Hi friends, it's Nadi here. Welcome back to my channel. Today, guys, we are going to make these awesome Guyanese butter flap. It's so soft and so buttery and good. So guys, let's jump right into the video. So the very first thing I like to do is to sift my flour. I'm using all-purpose flour and I'm going to use 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I have here 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and you can absolutely use a white sugar also. 1 cup of lukewarm water. So I'm going to add the water to the sugar and give it a nice stir so that it gets dissolved. Next, I'm going to add my yeast. I'm using 1 packet of the dry active yeast. So I'm just going to cut this open and pour it right in there. I'm just going to give it a light mix, and I'm going to cover this and let it pull for maybe like about 5 to 7 minutes. So moving on to the next step, I'm adding half a teaspoon of salt to the flour, and I'm going to give everything a very nice mix so that it gets incorporated. Here I have 4 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to add that to the yeast, and I'm using unsalted butter for this part. So friends, I've made a nice well in the center of the bowl, and I'm going to gradually add the yeast mixture. So at this point, we're going to start combining everything together. So I'm going to put the last bit in there. I'm just going to get everything out from the bowl. And so friends, you can always use like a stand mixer. It's so much easier. But I don't like the cleanup after, so I'm just going to do it this way. And it comes out really good. You know, there's no difference. It's just less cleaning up at the end. So I'm going to mix everything together, and once I'm done with this, I'm going to transfer it to a work surface and continue kneading the dough. So I'm transferring the dough to the work surface. You know, you want to get every bit of it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to knead this until I achieved a nice, smooth, soft dough. So it usually takes like about 8 minutes of kneading. I know it's a little bit of arm work, but it usually comes out really nice. So I'm going to continue kneading. So guys, you see here, I have achieved a nice soft dough, and it's smooth and the texture is really nice. So next thing, I'm gonna put some oil in the bowl. I'm just using olive oil. You can use, whatever oil you use, and just kind of smooth it out in there. And I'm going to cover this and let it rise for like about an hour and a half. So friends, it has been an hour and 40 minutes actually. So let's see what it looks like. And as you can see, it's nice and risen. So I am just going to transfer this back to the work surface. So I had this in my microwave actually, where, you know, it keeps a little bit warmer, so it was able to rise nicely. So I'm just going to give it a light knead just to get rid of the ear, the trapped ear. So the next step is that I am going to divide this into individual dough balls. What I like to do is to cut it in half first, and then take one half, and then, you know, just try to get it as even as possible and cut into 4 parts. So I'm going to get 4 dough balls. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the same for the other half of the dough. So with this recipe, it's going to give you like 8 butter flaps. The next step is to smooth out each individual dough ball. So I just like to, you know, kind of tuck it in like this, so. And just kind of smooth it out. So I'm going to do one more and then continue with the rest of them. And guys, I can tell you the dough is really so soft and really nice to work with. I like doing the dough balls. So I have here my room temperature butter, and I'm using salted butter for this recipe. Usually, if you wanted more with a twist, you could add like cheddar cheese and, just to get a more flavorful filling. But today I'm just going to use salted butter because I just feel like having the traditional Guyanese butter flap. So, friends, I just want to remind you that all the ingredients and measurement will be listed in the description box below. So, what I like to do here is to open it as much as possible using this technique, and then you want to use minimal amount of flour. Keeping in mind, if you use a lot of flour, then your dough will start to become heavy, and you do not want that. So once the dough has rolled out, I like to roll it out thinly and then apply a layer of butter here, maybe like about a teaspoon. And now I'm going to fold it, apply another layer of butter. And then bring this one like this so, and just kind of tuck in the edges so that it gets sealed like this so. So friends, this is it, all done. We got 8 butter flaps, and I'm just going to cover this and just let it rest for another 20 minutes or so before we put it in the oven. So friends, after 25 minutes, it looks gorgeous. So one last step we're going to do before putting in the oven. I have here some melted butter that I'm going to lightly brush each one of the butter flaps. So my oven is preheating at 340 degree Fahrenheit, and we're going to bake these for like about 15 minutes, between 15 to 20 minutes, or until they're nice and golden brown. So I'm just going to place these into bake, and I will be back with the finished product. So friends, it's all done, and the final thing I'm going to do, I'm going to brush them again with some butter and let it cool, and then we're going to take a look and see what it looks like on the inside. So friends, how amazing this looks. Oh my goodness, it's so soft. And let's see the inside. It have all these beautiful soft buttery layers, guys. It's good. Now you can enjoy this while it's still hot with nice cup of tea, a piece of cheese. This came out really, really good. So friends, don't forget to like and share, and thank you so much for watching again. Take care now. I'll catch you in my other videos.